So in this next video here, you're going to see a fun little side quest in Dantooine, which is this like murder mystery as you stumble upon another Jedi who has questioned these two suspects already, and you get to tell him who you thought did it and kind of suss out the reasoning while you're talking to the suspects. So that's what you're about to see now. Enjoy. This is a very fun side quest. Figure out what's going on here in the grove. Talk to this guy? Who are you? A Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent to the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem as both the suspects and I speak basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you're here, this will be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you've been learning your lessons. What do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I have brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives both at the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I'll use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you've gathered all evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenarios. These three men were out in the field together earlier, but before the clouds broke. I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today. The dead man, Kalder was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it and has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. Two other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was hand-on glued, he was unarmed, and the other was Rickard Lusov, who was carrying a hunting blade. Both men said that they did not do anything, and that they came across the body, but both accused the other. Obviously, there is more to this than what we've been told. When I arrived, Hand-on was holding his side, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. So Rickard was favoring a leg, Hand-on was holding his side. If there's anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Alright, let's start with Rickard.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt.
He seems stumped.
He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Okay. What do we think so far? We think Rickard's telling the truth?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Of course, Mr. Gould.
Really? Well, then I assure you, on my reputation, I had nothing to do with the killing. I will help you with the case as best I can, though. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Did you see the killer?
I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story.
Where's the droid? Where's the droid?
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by... If you have any need of my services, please do. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder, Rickard Lusov, and Han. Is there any information?
What did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about these planes.
These planes are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cat hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Alright, let's talk to Rickard again.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I was out hunting Irias south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though, so I couldn't see it none too clearly. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body, holding his side. There wasn't an Irias in sight. I think he might have taken it. Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a rifle lying close to the body. Bullock's got that now. Mine, too. I want that back. So, what do you want to...
Why were you out here?
I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, okay? So, well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right. So, what do you want to know? Right.
How can I be of further assistance?
What did you see?
Actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I heard a shot and came over. I can tell you I was sure surprised to see Calder's body lying there. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Baluk came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here soon. I have things I have to do. How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad.
So, what do you want to know?
Well, I didn't.
Right.
I'm trying to talk to Baloo. Handon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over. Only to find Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks holding a blaster in his hand. Rickard said he was hunting Irias, saw one through the glare of the sun, and shot at it. It is possible that Rickard may have shot Calder accidentally and Handon may have found the body, but that seems very unlikely. I think Handon is lying. He doesn't have a gun, right? His story is he was running.
Is there any other information?
Didn't have a gun when you're supposed to have a gun out here.
Very well. I will be here to
According to the
assist you.
droid. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think Handon is lying. Alright, why do we believe Handon is lying? Fat people always lie? He didn't mention the weapon found by the body. He was here right there. Actually, I wish I could like explain this better. I don't know, I think Handon is lying still. It feels like it wants me to think Rickard's lying.
How can I be afraid? Injured? No, of course not.
This is suspicious.
Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. Of course.
Like
Is there any... My preliminary analysis of... Is there any other... These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by
General
cat hounds
advisory
in
is
the
given
last
out
2
to carry a
weeks.
weapon.
Small farms and holdings
Handon
dot the
never
plains
talked about
and
a
can
weapon.
provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other... Very well. I will be here to assist you.
What if I say fat people always lie? What happens?
That's sort of funny, but you should really be serious about this, no?
So it's gotta be Rickard, right? It was cloudy, there was no sun, that's true. That's true, it's dark and cloudy, right? Alright, cool, okay.
So, what do you want?
Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball.
So he doesn't like him.
Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what?
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So. Right. So, what do you want to know? Right.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you've killed him
I'm
yet.
sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need...
Where's the droid? Does the droid have anything new for me?
Is there any other...
What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Wait. He says he doesn't like riding speeders. I think it's Handon. I think Rickard is just lying about why he's there.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Runda dijo donga kachi kun itaho donga. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi. Kachi kun ita. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi.
Jidda Badawana Nidi Bobo. Tong Hai Dwam Jiji Jum Lu.
Runda dijo donga. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi.
I still think it's Handon.
Jidda Badawana Nidi. Mucha Shak Bakat.
Runda dijo donga.
Jidda Badawana Nidi. Tong Hai Dwam.
Runda dijo donga kun.
Okay, so here's my thought, right? So they said that they didn't know each other. Handon doesn't know the dead guy, Calder. Handon is lying about that. He's rented speeders. He's talking about how much he doesn't like speeders, and he's doing his walk. There's something about that, and why he was holding his side.
How can I be of further assistance?
You knew Calder better than you admit to.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in, why?
My wife was cheating on me.
Oh!
I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further... Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him,
I did
but
this out of orders.
certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Netic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving. I was just out running. Of course.
Is there any other information? Very well. I will be here to
Let's
assist
try
you.
talking to Rickard again.
So, what do you... Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You can deny, but there's bad blood between you two.
Right. So, what do you want? Right.
Alright, so, we gotta talk to Bolok again.
Runda diho. Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu itabo. Kachikun ita.
Alright, so we have to try to figure out about the weapon now. Alright. Let's start with Handon again here. Oh, accidentally clicked Zalbar.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
Now I think it's a setup, right? Like, now I think Rickard did it as a setup.
Of course, of course.
So, what do you want? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So, what do you want to...
I have to ask
Right.
the droid now.
So, what do you want...
Crap, I keep doing that.
Right.
Is there any other
Alright, tell me about the weapon
We
first.
cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to... I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other... Very well.
Now it definitely seems like it's Handon.
How can I be of further...
So I can't ask him about why he didn't
Of course. So if you need anything, I shall be glad to...
report it to authorities.
Runda diho donga. Ta kumjus. Runda diho donga kun hunkabi. Kachikun.
There's a blood sample on the weapon. Alright. We're almost done. This is an awesome
Is there
quest,
any
by the
other
way.
information you need?
Tell me about the
I
blood
have
sample.
just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
That's it.
Very well.
So we need to figure out which one of them actually has an open wound, which I believe
So, what do you...
is...
Right.
He's the one lying about his injury, Handon. Rickard mentioned his ankle twist.
Tong abu. Runda diho. Runda diho donga kun hunkabi.
There we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedu baduana ni di bobo. Tong na
There is blood.
nunya. Tong patukashmak talea. Ta kumjus takniki grabul mogo. Kachichu itabo dunga. Tolbabank.
Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he had killed him.
Ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule sleep. Jedu baduana ni di bobo.
I can leave now.
Puna! Gamadon Mujishak Bakat. Kieno no what?
No!
Tong Abom Sha Uminang Wanga Kumbis King, but
No! If I'm going, I'm not going alone. You don't know what you've done! Look, I came out here, I admit, to kill Calder, but so did Rickard. He must have thought it was Calder when he shot and hit me. So I'm going to prison, but I shouldn't be going alone.
Runda di Hotonga.
Oh, I failed.
Wana kun bez ching baka chikun ita Hodonga.
I did look into
You
it.
tentacle-headed more. I came out here and killed Calder, but Rickard was here to do that too, and he shot me by mistake.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwalea gandona. Ka chikun ita Hodonga. Iking kuno bamu. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kiku.
Oh, we failed. We got some dark side points, though, so that's nice. I guess we're trying to bribe them. That's a very fun side quest. Next, coming up on our full dark side playthrough, is continuing exploring Dantooine, so stick around for that. Have a great rest of your week.